I need to turn on my mic. Hey, Dave, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing all right this morning. I don't know what you mean by the two for Tuesday. By the way, I did see what you tagged me in. So anybody watching whose name isn't Dave and you didn't tag me in this, on Redbubble they have 25% off stickers if you use a promo code. I think Stickum. That includes any Otis stickers. So if you could go over to Redbubble and you look up Skinny's Comics, you'll find a shop by us with a bunch of cool designs by Carlos. You'll see some stuff that we've had in the book that's available on t-shirts, and you'll also see some exclusive designs that are just for merch that won't be in the book, but it is stuff from the book. Anywho, I think it's about ready. Man, this thing is so weird. Excuse me. As this stuff isn't supposed to smoke until you put a carb on it. It's just odd. I always thought it was kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, stick 'em up. I thought it was stick 'em or stick 'em up, but you were right. It is stick 'em up. It has some pretty cool news. I also heard some other good news today. Uh, apparently, that fraud guy, Dr. Fauci, is going to step down and resign in December from the reports that I've seen, which, thank God. Maybe we can get somebody who actually, isn't an evil sack of shit. Maybe. I would prefer if we could get an actual doctor and not another politician, though. Because, we all know what Fauci is. He's just a fucking puppet. They jump back and forth on all their fucking shit. And they're trying to play it off like, oh, we didn't. Science changes. No, science evolves and stuff, but you know what helps that? Not jump into fucking conclusions. Uh, and that's what they did, and they lied, and now they're trying to cover it up by pretending like the science was telling them something different when the science never told them that, anyways. I think they even did clinical studies like on the masks and stuff and found that it did not do really much of anything at all. And that was all shot down as fake news, misinformation, yada, yada, yada. And remember when the vaccinated can't get COVID, and then, you know, there ends up being an influx of COVID patients in the hospitals, and a large majority of them have been vaccinated? That was kind of weird, too, don't you think? Hmm. You know, what I never understood about it was that after the vaccine, it should have been everybody saying, my health, my choice. Um, nobody is putting another person at risk because if you've been vaccinated, then supposedly you should be good. You should be all fine. That controls you. So why were we going around getting on to people who just chose not to get the vaccine? Like, if I'm thinking about this correctly, what they're doing only affects them. Like, if they get sick, you're not going to get more sick because they didn't take a vaccine. You've already been vaccinated, hypothetically. So, that never made any sense to me either. That's why I never got it. I'm not going to put any political propaganda in my body. I'm sorry. I'll wait for the science to come in and then I'll make an informed decision on it because I don't even get the flu shot, guys. Every time I have gotten the flu shot, I get the flu really bad. So like 10 years ago, I just stopped getting it, and now some years I get the flu, some years I don't get the flu. Um, as opposed to when I was getting the flu shot, is damn near guaranteed getting the flu every year. I mean, I just let my immune system do most of the work. I mean, that's what it's built and designed to do. It's designed to fight off nasty things. It's why, even, I mean, if a society stays so sterile to the point where, everything is sterilized, everything is clean, their immune system's going to drop because it's not having to do anything. Now, you could even look at video game, even fucking video game developers know this. If you look at, was it that one chick from Mass Effect, the Quarian, Tali, like her race was, they were on fucking spaceships and shit as they were driven away from their planets. They were in a sterile environment, and so their immune systems went to total fucking garbage. Now they have to wear suits everywhere they go. Yeah, so the drug companies can rake in. Yeah, it's all about money. It's always about money. It's never about benefit. It's always about money. Don't let anybody who tells you different is fucking lying. Like when I tell people, like I sell my comic book to make money, so I can make more comic books. Being honest, I'm selling this to. I'm not going to make up some stupid thing where, like, I say, if I sell 422 copies of my book, a genie will sprout from my ass and grant everybody wishes. Like, no. It's always about money. Money is the only thing, because money is power. You got money, you got power. No money, no power. That's the way our judicial system is rigged. But the government has decided to make people think that it's a race issue and not a financial issue, which is very bad. Um, Anyways, I don't want to get too much into shenanigans like that. But yeah, uh, I saw something where the dude said he was leaving in December, so good for us. I've also seen a lot of stuff kind of moving forward as far as Matthew Hoover. He's the guy. Basically, what happened was uh, this, not Matt Hoover, but this one manufacturer was making these business cards, and uh, what they did was they had a sketch. They were metal business cards, and they had a sketch or whatever of the two parts to make a fuck. What do they call it? Damn it. Uh, Lightning Link, I think. Yeah. Anyways, so in theory, you could go in, cut them out, get them into shape and everything, and you got an auto seer. Um, Anyways, the guy made this card, and he's been selling them, or had been selling them. And at first, like the ATVF was like, this isn't a machine gun because you still have to machine this mostly. Is the argument? It's like it'd be like buying a sword and they just send you this 4x4 block of steel and they're like, yeah, you got to carve it out. It's kind of like that. Like it's just they tell you where to carve. You have clear direction. But they've ruled that that kind of stuff was okay way before. I mean, they've had a consistent pattern of ruling and that those things are just knickknacks. Uh, Anyways, they ended up changing their mind, so they arrested the guy who made them. But they also turned around and got this one guy. on YouTube who hasn't sold any. He just talks about them on his YouTube channel because they had a partnership deal, and they nabbed him. But that case has fallen through. But the fun thing is this case is opening a lot of doors to get rid of gun legislation altogether. Um, lot of nasty stuff going on. They found, like, they actually think they have a case to where they could probably take out the NFA, which is really cool. Which, despite what other people have told you, the National Firearms Act was never about keeping the guns out of the bad guys' hands. It's just your hands. Uh, Let me think. Because the criminals already have anything they want. The cops already have anything they want. So any gun law only restricts you as a person. Because the criminals are still going to do what the fuck ever. The cops are still going to do what the fuck ever. Military and the government's going to still do what the fuck ever. The only one who loses is you. By voting for something that says these guns are scary, you're just saying that you are scared of guns. Everybody else is still going to have them. The only person who won't is you, and that makes you, what? Vulnerable. And what do tyrants like? Vulnerable targets. Uh, yeah, Dave says, I haven't gotten any upper respiratory problems since vaping. Propylene glycol sterilizes air when vaporized. Huh, I didn't know that. I just do this because it got me off of cigarettes. Hopefully soon I'm going to get off of these too. But what's really funny is I haven't seen anything on it yet, but I'm waiting for the government to try to start to interfere with the magnetic guns that I've been seeing come out lately. I've been seeing a lot of actually like legit rail guns and coil guns as well, which I think the rail guns like push and the coil guns pull the projectile, but neither of which have any form of combustion involved and therefore is not classified as a firearm. So the ones that they're making do go like full automatic. I don't understand the obsession with full automatic anyways. I've always taken like short controlled bursts. So semi just always felt better. Full auto just wastes ammo. But anyways, but they do full auto, they do single shot, and they do like burst fires and stuff like that. It's really wild and crazy shit. The one I was seeing, I think, who was it? Because I watch a few different gun guys, but I think it may have been Ian from Forgotten Weapons. But they came out with the second version of theirs, and like at this point, they made it like user friendly to where now it just takes fucking battery packs for power drills, which I thought that was fucking wild, man. But I'm wondering what the government's going to do about that. Because right now, all the laws that they have passed only really affect anything that, uses combustion to propel the projectile. They don't have anything for the future stuff, so. That's going to be interesting. Not a whole lot much else going on. Same shit, different day, pretty much. Uh, I've been playing that Evil Within. I like it, and I don't like that game. Um, Controls really weird. The camera's like really fucking close. It's like this. and you can't back it up. Maybe there's a mod out there. I don't know. I'm not too savvy with the computer stuff. I just usually load up the game and play it. But it's okay. I remember playing the second one. I remember enjoying the second one a lot more. As I had played the second one for, I think I played the first few chapters of the second one on the PS4 before I sold it. I mean, the PS4 was cool. We just never played it. And somebody was talking about, I think the wife's dad was talking about wanting one. And I just kind of looked up, and ours is collecting dust. And I was like, if he wants ours, he can buy it. It just wasn't my thing. I don't like the controllers, man. That's my biggest gripe about PlayStation can always be come down to just the controllers. I just always feel like I'm going to break them because I have big hands, man. Uh, and I'm sorry, but I just like this layout. I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I use this for the computer, but this is just hands down the best controller I've ever used. And if I'm going to use a controller, it's going to be this one, or I'm just not going to do it at this point. So I don't even have an Xbox anymore. And then I'm going to see about playing it. I got to see if I can actually capture it, but I also got the Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth from Bethesda. Uh, I remember playing that one on the original Xbox, like the big clunky one that had the terrible controllers. I remember playing that one on that a little bit, so it's kind of old school horror game. I always thought it was interesting because it was one of the first horror games where you were actually like just for a while you were just running, you know. It's really interesting because I remember there's one section where you're having to run from some folks and like you're having to turn around and lock the doors behind you and push dressers in front of them as you go. It's really intense, man. The graphics probably don't hold up, but eh. But yeah, I'm just kind of blah today. I need to be drinking more of my coffee. That's what I need to be doing. There we go. Shouldn't hit it now. Coffee's not that old. Let's see. Let's look it up. How old is coffee? How old would you think coffee would be? How old is coffee? Let's use Google. Okay. Okay, so the 15th century. But, okay, so coffee houses ended up coming about in Europe in the 17th century, too. You think that's old, but that's actually not really that old. I mean, it is for a single individual. Yes, that is a long time. But in the big scheme of things, it's just like itty 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 bitty. Like coffee's still fucking new, man. Cause like, what was it? The popular one that goes around is that Cleopatra is closer to smartphones than she is to pyramids. As far as time difference, it's amazing how like long time is stretched out and how just we're not even like a percent of a percent. Now I've seen the beer one. That one came like really early. We lived off of beer. I just gotta think, how hungry do you have to be to eat some of this random shit? Like, think about it. Like you get milk out of a cow, but who decided to like let the milk sit out for days and you know, like who's just like, man, that actually looks good. Like, how hungry do you have to be that creative with food to come up with like yogurt and cheese and all this other fucking shit? It's pretty wild though. Yeah, but yeah, coffee. I remember like this. Coffee's just really cool though, because it's like chock full of drugs, or at least caffeine, which you can overdose on. Yeah, that can kill you. Actually, yeah. I mean, it's come down because of the introduction of, because let's see, in 2018 we had 92 reported deaths from caffeine overdose. Um, let's see, let's go back to let's go back to 1990 though. You know, it's weird how it just doesn't give me a straightforward answers. Oh well. I know it's went down since energy drinks came out because now people are having their hearts explode because of that. Ooh, the jerk is a good one. Sorry, I just also saw some stuff on Twitter, but yeah, people actually die of caffeine overdose. Yet surprisingly, it's not regulated, but uh, it's pretty much impossible to overdose on marijuana. Yet it's really bad for some reason. And caffeine hypes people up. Marijuana brings people down, and not in a bad way. But it calms down. It has a tendency for most folks to just bring down their demeanor a little bit. Just, chill them out. Not as tight wound. It's really a useful tool for decompressing. And since it is a depressant, it does really good for muscles and aches and stuff. Because it's a better muscle relaxer if used correctly than, the pills and shit that can get you hooked. But, anyways, I guess I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm pretty sleepy. I might take a nap before I go in. But, always have a good day. Be awesome. And get stiff stuff done. And, don't drink the lumpy